Hello, good morning. I'm Kumar, the Managing Director of Cherry Academy. We are providing online tuition for almost every subject, and especially we are specialized in providing tuition for accounts, business studies, economics, also for SIMA. So we are just starting a new course for advanced level students, grade 12 and 13, focused in commerce stream. So this video is for you, my dear students, my dear daughter and son. If you're going to start advanced level in accounts, I want to encourage you, watch this video and start your advanced level career. Doesn't matter what you did for your O-levels or even the results what you got for O-levels. Advanced level is totally a new exam. Even if you start today, you can get an A for accounts, A for business studies, A for economics. And so that means you can excel in accounts. Accounts is not a very difficult, complicated subject. Neither it's not a cramming subject, nor it's not numbers as we think all the time. It's a very, very interesting, challenging job for every one of you. So I want every one of you, my dear son, daughter, listen to this video, start doing accounts. And we are there to help you. We are only going to charge just 250 rupees for an hour. And we will train you to become a good A-level candidate when you go for grade 13, because the syllabus is subdivided into two areas, grade 12 and 13, 12, 10 topics, 13, 6 topics, altogether 16 topics, and that's it. And after that, think of your future. You can become a SIMA qualified accountant, chartered accountant, GCE accountant, you can become a CEO of a company. So today, you have to decide. And this in accounts, the most important thing is you must get your foundation right, the fundamentals right. I did for my advanced level, long time back, double maths, physics and chemistry. But then I shifted to accounts. I didn't know anything about double entry. What is accounting? Nothing at all. But I managed to do it so well. And I finally got prizes in chartered and in SIMA. So I encourage my dear daughter, son, you can do well. Just get the basics right. Once the basics are done, once you enjoy, most important thing in accounting is to enjoy. You must enjoy everything what you do. So this is what we want to encourage. And just for 250 rupees per hour, so we'll provide 8 lessons for a month for 2,000 rupees. And we will give you individual attention. We'll give you PowerPoint slides, tutorials, mocks, everything. And I'm sure you will do well in your local advanced level exams. If you want for your EdXL exams, we can still provide tuition. So today I'm going to talk about the first topic in accounts, what we call analysis, accounting, and its name. So this is what we will be talking today. So give me 2 minutes. Right, so as I said, we are a company called Cherry Academy Private Limited. We do provide tuition for any subject from grade 1 to grade 13. And today we are going to look at advanced level, the accounting, the topic of accounting, grade 12, first subject, analyzes accounting and its needs. So even before I go to the slides, I just want to tell you, what is this accounting? I think every one of you have been doing some kind of accounting. Maybe not to put it in double entry books and cash books and all that kind of thing. Imagine that your father gives some money to take to the school, to pay the school fees, buy some books. Once you come home, you have to account for it. You have to give him with the balance, if he asks for the balance. If he's not asking for the balance, then he's a good father. But the father will ask for the balance, and you have to give him that record. How much you paid for tuition fees, how much you paid to buy books from the school bookshop, all that kind of thing. And then you have to account for it. So we have been doing accounts. Every one of you have been doing accounting at some point or the other. So what is this accounting in new? If you start a business, you have to start a business, what do you need? You need money. To start business, you need money. And that is what we call capital. So you have to bring some money. Maybe your mother will give you money. Maybe your father will give you money. So you start a business. Shall we say what do you want to do? Shall we say you want to, girls, maybe you want to prepare some pastry shorties during this lockdown period and sell it. So you will learn it from the YouTube, how to prepare patties, cutlets. And then you will give that, you will need some money to start because you need to buy materials, raw materials. So to prepare patties, you need fish or meat or whatever. And I don't know what you need. So you will buy it all this. So for that, you need money. So you will ask your father a capital. Maybe he will give you 1,000 rupees money. And with that, you will buy all kinds of fish, meat, whatever you want. Then you will probably want I don't know, oven or whatever, bake it, prepare it. Then you have to sell it. So you collect money. So then you have to account for it. How much money you got from father? How much did you pay for your people to bring the fish, meat, etc.? How much money that you spent on the oven and all that kind of thing. And then how much did you collect from your sales? So you need to account for it. So one thing in business, what we need to understand is always in the business, the concept is you and your business are two different things. You are the owner, true enough, but business is different from you. So you have to account even for yourself. I remember I was working in a company some time back, and the owner of the company was running a hotel. And in the hotel, there were some coconut trees. There were some, kosgas, jack trees, etc. So in the morning, the owner used to come and pluck these things. So our accountant, he was accounting for all that. The owner got angry. He said, this is my property. Why are you accounting for these things? But business and accounts are different. Business and ownership is different. So we have owner and business. You're the owner, but business is different. So you need to account for the business from business point of view. So we are going to look at some slides. My dear son, my dear daughter, I want you to understand this concept of accounting, and I'm sure you will enjoy these lessons. And if you're happy, you can join us just for 250 rupees per hour. We will teach you. We will ensure that you get a good A mark for your accounts and for all the other subjects. So join Cherry Academy. You can contact us on 077 321 9387. Or there's another number 077 650 7734. So you can contact any one of these numbers and we will see that you register with us and you should do well. So we're going to look at today the first topic, accounting and its name. Accounting and its name. So as I said, it's so important that we learn the fundamentals of accounting. The first few lessons are so important. After that, if you want, you can skip 1 or 2 lessons. It's all right. Young people, enjoy your day. Watch some films on the TV, but then you can get one of your colleagues to tell you what the teacher taught you in the class. That's all right. We are not going to have many people in a Zoom class, just maximum 5 or 6 people. That's all. So you can form up a WhatsApp group and share your ideas. We will give you questions, assignments, all of that. I guarantee you, if you follow us, whatever, irrespective of your results in O-level, doesn't matter. Even if you got a fin O-level accounts, don't worry. We will ensure that you get A in advanced level. So we wish you the very best from Cherry Academy, and I'm Kumar, the Managing Director of Cherry Academy, and I'll be supported with many other tutors in this program to help our own children, Sri Lankan children, our daughters and our sons, to pass these exams and to become responsible citizens of this country. So the first topic, what are the learning outcomes? What is accounting? What is the objective of accounting? Who are the stakeholders of a business? What are the information requirements of the stakeholders? And what are the classifications of accounting? So as I said, accounting is not new. Already, you, my daughter, my son, you have done accounts. Maybe you are not put it into formal structure of debits and credits, what we are going to learn, double entry, all that kind of thing. Don't worry. These are just mere names. And we know that even our life is driven by objectives. Everyone has certain objectives. Now, what is your objective at this moment of time? Maybe to get through this advanced level exam. And then after that, to become a qualified accountant, to become a CEO. You must have good plans like that. Very important. So that's what we must set objectives. So when we set objectives, if you just set the objectives, yes, I want to become accountant, I want to become accountant, will it work? No, no, no. You have to study. You have to pass the exams. So therefore, you need something more than just objectives. You need to have a plan, action plan. And that action plan is the thing that will drive you towards achieving objectives. Now, some people will be interested in your action plan. Who are they? Your parents. They will be very much interested to know, what's my son doing? What's my daughter doing? What is he doing? What is she doing? That's why sometimes your mother comes into the room and check, are you on the phone? Or are you studying the book? Whatever. Right. So therefore, there are people who are interested about your action plan, your plan. And that's the people we call stakeholders. So in a business also, business is driven by objectives. Why are we in business? We are in business to make profit. So to make profit, just to say, we are going to make a profit, we are going to make a profit, will it work out? No, we need to do much more than that one. We need to have a plan to achieve our objective of making profits. We need to produce something, sell at a price much more higher than the cost, then only we can make a profit. So there'll be people interested in your plan, people who are interested in your business. So as the business keeps growing, you will need more employees. You will have to borrow money from banks. You will have customers. So they become your stakeholders. So what is accounting? What is objective of accounting? So this is what we are going to learn in our first lesson. So there's a little bit of a concept map given, accounting and its needs. Then the objective of accounting, types of accounting, stakeholders, reasons why they are having an interest on your accounts. Why should some people be interested? Now your parents are interested about you, but some outside Mr. Johnson, will he be interested in about you? No, because why should Johnson be interested? But your parents will be interested. Your brothers will be interested. Your sisters will be interested. Sometimes they become a nuisance also. Isn't it? That's what accounting is all about, the stakeholders. So there are different types of accounting, financial accounting, management accounting, different processes, and we need to understand the differences of all that. So this is what I want to discuss with you today in our first lesson. So accounting is the system meant for measuring business activities. So as I said, when we do something, we need to measure those things. Right? We need to measure those things. So this is what the accountant is doing. We need to report it, measure business activities, and information. Why do people need information? Can we live without information today? Look at your mobile phone in your hand. It is providing information. Maybe what time is now, right? Maybe what are the Netflix programs are there today? Business also needs information, right? Is the company making profit? Is the business making profit or not? So we need information. So accounting is a way to measure business, to put it in some numerical forms, some numbers, something into reports, and making it available for decision makers. Who are the decision makers? Decision makers are the people who are managing the business. They will need a lot of information. Have we achieved our budget last month? What is our turnover today? All this time we had been all these things maintained in so-called ledgers and cash books and all that. But with the computerization, the things have moved into computers. Now, when you open up the laptop, you can find out your sales. And today it is much more advanced. Almost all the accounting information is available in your mobile phone. Mobile phone is providing every information. So we have to communicate. Now, when your father gave you that money, you have to give him a statement. How much you received, on what and what we spend, what is the balance? And that kind of statements, when we prepare for a business, that's what we call financial statements. So every one of us, we should be preparing. Ultimate objective of accounting is to provide financial statements, which will give information for the decision makers to make right decisions. So this accounting is not a very big thing, my dear son, my dear daughter. It's very simple. You need to pick up the fundamentals, and then after that, you will be on the merry-go-round. Accounting is understood as the language of business. Now, in school, we do have a language, no? How we address our friends, Machan. Similarly, in accounting, we do have in accounting is understood to be the language of business. In business, we don't call Machan. We understand everything through this accounting. Everything is accounted for. Time is accounted for. Monies are accounted for. Everything is accounted for. So, some financial. Now in Sri Lanka, all our financial statements are prepared in rupees. So we have to put everything in rupees because our currency is rupees. If you're in UK, you will prepare it in sterling pounds. If you're in America, you will prepare it in dollars. So like that, different currencies are there. But it's not only financial information we will require. The financial information is given in financial statements. But in a business, you will need to know how many employees are there. How many employees have reported for work today? Now, can you say that 10 rupees employees have reported? No, you can't say that. You have to say 10 people have come. And maybe 6 girls and 4 boys. Generally more girls now. So 6 girls and 4 boys. So can you say 6 rupees and 4 rupees? No. So there are certain things what we call non-financial information. That is also important. So business will need financial information. Business will need non-financial information. So in accounting, we call it the language of financial decisions. So when we come for accounting, it's very specific. We call it language of financial decision. So the non-financial part of it, it may be language of business in a different context. So accounting is defined. So in our syllabus, they are talking about two definitions, or rather 3 definitions. American Accountancy Association. What are these saying? It's a process. So what is a process? Means it's a continuous thing. You can't do accounting today and say, hey, I finished my accounting. I'm going to sleep now. You can sleep, but tomorrow morning again, you have to come and do it. It's a process of identifying, measuring, and communicating economic information to permit informed judgment. People have to make judgments. What are the judgments you have to make? Not in the court of law, but you have to make judgments. Should we sell to that customer again? Should we buy from that particular supplier? Should we use that particular raw material? You have to make judgments. And to do that judgments, what do you need? You need information. You need information. Without information, how can you make judgments? And with that judgments, you make decisions. Right? So process of identifying, measuring, and communicating economic information. Economic information means in Sri Lanka, the information that we give it in rupees and cents. Economic information is always provided in rupees and cents in Sri Lanka. In UK, it is sterling pounds. In America, it is dollars. In other countries, different currency. And this is information to permit informed judgments and decisions by the users of this information. So by using the information that you give, they will make certain judgments. That's what American Accountancy Association says. Then the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, AICP, accounting is the art of recording. No, it's not a science. It's an art of recording, classifying, summarizing. You summarize everything. Otherwise, huge volumes of transactions, but you summarize in a significant manner in terms of money, transactions, events, which are in part at least of a financial character, and also interpreting them. So later on, once not only just provide information, we must interpret. We must say why the sales have dropped from last year to this year, last month to this month. Corona? Yes, can. But you need to explain, interpret. So, taking both these things, in our syllabus, we have defined accounting as the process of providing relevant economic information. Relevant economic. Economic means rupees and cents information to the concerned stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? They are the people who have an interest in the company, to enable them to make appropriate decisions. Right, okay. Now, what is accounting? It's a process of providing economic information to whom? To stakeholders. Why? For what? For them to make appropriate decisions. Now, your father, when he gave you money, once you return the money, he will make a decision next time. Oh, should I give my daughter a little bit more? Or should I reduce what I'm giving? She has gone and unnecessarily spent some money in the tuck shop. So he will reduce it. But if you're careful, he might give you more money. So appropriate decisions. Businesses also, the stakeholders will have to make appropriate decisions. So in a moment, we will know who these stakeholders are. So as I said, stakeholders are the people who have interest in your company, interest in your business. So the business can be done as sole proprietors. When you start a business as a single individual, it's sole proprietor. Business can be done in partnership. Few of you all can join together and run a partnership. Business can run as a company. Business can run as a large corporation. Business are even being run by public sector institutions such as electricity board, water board. They also do business. They also do business. So business can be different forms of organizations. So what is the objective of accounting? So the first objective or the main objective is to communicate of economic information about the entity, which will enable interested stakeholders to take decisions based on such information. Big sentence, no? Don't worry. What is economic information? If you're in business, you must know how much revenue you earned, how much expenses did you incur, how much profit you made, what are the assets you have, what are the liabilities that you have to pay. Liabilities means obligations. So obligations may be the bank loans what you have taken. Obligations may be you have purchased goods from your suppliers on credit, which we call trade payables. We have to pay them. What are assets? You might have property. You might have a vehicle. You might have some machines, equipment, plant. Then once you sell, some customers may take a little bit of time to pay you. So that's also receivables. So like that, you will have a lot of assets, liabilities, revenue, expenses. All these things we can give it in rupees. In Sri Lanka, in rupees. But if you go to America, you will have to give it in dollars. So that's what we call economic information. That is what the accountant is providing. Accountant is not providing non-economic information. And for what? Interested stakeholders to take decisions. Now, who are your stakeholders? Maybe the people who have given you money. Maybe the people who have put money into the company. Now, in a company, the shareholders, they are the people who have put money. Now, they want information. Why? They want to know, with our money, what are these fellows doing? Have they made a profit or have they made a loss? If they made a profit, we will invest more because then we can get more profit. If they have made losses, let us withdraw our money. Why should I keep my money? Then who are the other stakeholders? Employees. Now, when you join a company as an accountant, you want to see how much salary are they going to give me? Will they give me a salary at the end of the month? If they are making losses, they may not give you a salary. In that case, get out of the company quickly. So you need to take some decisions. Management, the people who are managing the company, they have to take decisions. Hey, we are selling cakes. but we are making losses. Sweet cakes, but bitter losses. So we may have to increase the price of the cake. The people who are given you money as lenders, bankers, they might want to know what's happening. Can they pay their loan installment? Customers, they would want to know, will these fellows continue to supply us our cakes? Suppliers, they will want to know, will they pay us on time? Can they pay? So all that will come from those financial statements. So there, as I said, there are non-economic information. Non-economic. Number of employees. Can you say we have 1,000 rupee employees? No, we can't say that. Our market share, we can't give it in terms of numbers. We have to give it in terms of some kind of percentage, not in rupees sense. Can we say our number of cars in terms of rupees and cents? No, we have to say we have 10 vehicles in our company. So non-economic information. Those things also need to be provided, but that's not in financial statements. That's another kind of information which we will learn later on. So accounting, as I said, a business can be an individual. It can be an organization like a partnership or company. It can be an organization like the government. It can be any business unit, maybe a branch of a bank. All that they need to do. So this is what, so are you clear with the objectives of accounting? Communicating of economic information. For whom? For the stakeholders, for them to take decisions based on that information. So what happens, my dear son, my dear daughter, if you provide wrong information? If you provide wrong information, what happens? Will they make right decisions? Oh no, they will make wrong decisions. And that can be very dangerous. So you can see your responsibility. You as the accountant or the accounting person should provide correct information, because people are going to trust you. People are going to make decisions based on the information what you are going to provide. So we discussed about this term called stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? Who are the stakeholders? So stakeholders are the people who have an interest in the company, right? So in singular, they say Al-Mati Parshavan. Al-Mati Parshavan. Al-Makkati Parshavan. Al-Makkati. The people who have interest in the company. So singular word is nice word. Al-Mati. Right? Al-Makkati. In English, they call it stakeholder. People who have a stake in the company. So, people who have put money into the company. If your father or mother has given you money, he or she becomes a stakeholder. He'll ask, hey, my daughter, I gave you 10,000 rupees. How is your business? You can't say, hey, you have no right to ask questions. Today the children tell the parents, no, you can't say that. You have to account. Employees, as you keep business growing, you have to employ people, cashiers, security people, accounts clerks, general clerks, sales people, sales managers, marketing managers. Think big. Now today itself, you must think big. You're going to learn accounts and you're going to start a business like that. You must think like. So you have employees. So they will be looking. Will these people pay me my bonus? Will they pay me my EPF, ETF? All that kind of thing. Customers, they are interested. Suppliers, they are interested about your company. If they are, particularly if they are supplying on credit, will they pay me on time? Government, they are interested. So there are many, many people. So one thing we need to understand from the very beginning is own is different from business. Your business, but You are a separate person. So even though it's your business, you also want to know, how is the business doing good for me or bad for me? Because if it is not, business is not doing good for you, forget about the business. So we must know. So even the owner is a stakeholder. Actually, the owner becomes the number one stakeholder. So they will look at, is it the business making satisfactory performance with the investment? Should I make further investments or should I slowly get out of the business? Not only the owners, even the potential investors, the people who are interested in investing in your company. Now, maybe you start a business, after some time, you are inviting one of your friends, hey, Machan, come and join my company. Come and join my business. Now, before that Machan invests, Machan will be thinking, is this company good? So he will look at the financial statements and see how much profit my Machan has made last month, last year, like that. I hope you are getting it clear. If you all have any clarifications, questions, you can send it to us on our WhatsApp +9477 321 9387. So I'll put the WhatsApp number +9477 321 9387. So if you have any clarifications, questions, you send it to us. If you join us, just 250 rupees per hour. We'll provide you 8 hours of tuition for a month for just for 2,000. And we will give you all the slides, the recordings, and also tutorials, question papers, questions, everything for you so that you become Island's best. That's what we want. We have been doing SIMA classes for many years, and that we have been doing mainly for foreign students. So I thought with this COVID-19, why not we support our Sri Lankan children? This is why we thought that we will offer this package. We have packages, different packages. In this program, we hope to have about 5 or 6 students for a group class, maximum 6 students. Each will pay 250 rupees per hour. But if you want individual tuition, 1 student at a time, we will provide 1,250 rupees per hour. So management, the people who are managing the company, they want to know, because they are the people who have done the plan. They are the people who have worked out the strategy. So is the plan all right? Are we achieving what we wanted to achieve or what we should do? That also they will get it from the financial statements. As I said, the employees, their stability. If you are not getting your paddy every month, will you stay there? No. Right? Can they give increments? If they are going to pay every month, every year the same salary, will you be there? No. You need to develop. Are they providing training for you? Right? Then the government, tax department. The government's interested to get the taxes from. When the business makes money, they collect taxes. And with those taxes only, they provide us various facilities like roads, all that kind of thing. So the government needs taxes. So all that will come, and this is what we call stakeholder. I put few, but there are many other stakeholders. Now, in the modern world, even the environmentalists, they are interested in business. Why? Because they are saying, hey, y'all are cutting trees. Y'all are polluting the environment. They are interested in our financial statements to see what and what we have done. Have we saved on our energy bills? Are we wasting water? Water is a scarce resource. Energy is a scarce resource. So there are others who are interested in this one. Customers, they want to know Now, when you buy something, you go to some named branded place and buy it. Why? Because you are trusting that people, good quality. You go to Pereira and Sons or Fab and buy your snack. You don't go to sometimes the ordinary kadeh. It may be tasty, but still you don't want to go because the customers are interested about good quality at reasonable prices, reputation. Why do we go to some certain academies, certain schools? Why do you go to Ladies' College? Why do you go to St. Thomas's College? Because of the good quality, and they have the ability to honor their commitments. Good teachers. You must learn from every teacher. Every tutor is a good tutor. So you have to decide who is the best tutor for me and work it out. If we are the best tutors, come to us. But if there's another tutor, go to them. Learn. Important thing is to learn. Creditors and lending institutions. Now you might want to take a bank loan. So bank will give you a loan. But bank will want to know whether can you pay the loan. If you are selling bunnies for 1,000 rupees for a day, if you ask for a loan of 3 lakhs, will the bank give? No. How can you pay? Selling 1,000 rupee bunnies for a day? You can't. So is it feasible to extend further credit loans? How do you get that information? All from your financial statements. So you record all the transactions, analyze, categorize, and then you split it into 5 main areas: assets, liabilities, income, or what we call revenue, expenses, and then we have something called capital, equity, owner's capital. So that's how we will always prepare our financial statement. So all this time we were talking about in general, but when it comes to the financial accounting or accounting, we can see there are 2 types of accounting: financial accounting and management accounting. Financial accounting and management accounting. So financial accounting, I want you to look at this definition slowly. Preparation of information about the past transactions. Now, financial statements are almost about the past transactions. What has happened yesterday, last month, last year, that is what we record it in financial. Of information in a manner that will enable external persons. Mostly the outsiders will use the financial statement. Tax department, customers, lenders, even the shareholder, they're outsiders. But the management also will use it, but management will have more information coming in management accounting. So why do they want financial information? To make economic decisions. Economic decisions. So if you want to make economic decisions are rupees and cents decisions. Should I invest? Should I withdraw? Should I stay here and get my rupees 10,000 salary, or should I leave this company? So all financial statements are recorded in Sri Lankan rupees in Sri Lanka. Then we have another set of accounts, provision of relevant information, which will assist and support all levels of management. Now, this model is internal to the management. For what? To plan, to control. So there you can see it's not only history information we will require, even we will require some forecasted information. What for? To fulfill their management responsibility. This is what we call management accounting. So, my dear son, my dear daughter, you must understand there are 2 types of accounting: financial accounting and management accounting. 2 different characteristics. Sometimes same information, but presented in 2 different formats, 2 different ways. So as I put it again, it's about past transactions to external persons is what we call financial accounting. Management accounting to all levels of management, the people who are inside the company. For what? To plan control. And that's what we call management accounting. So I put up a little slide here, a differentiation between the two. Financial accounting, most for external users. Outsiders, they use the financial accounting. Not that internal people are not using it, but it's for external people. Then management accounting, all internal. We don't give that information to the outsiders. It is internal. The statutes require, the company sector and all that, they require preparation of financial accounting. Management accounting, we can prepare it in our own formats because financial accounting, there are certain standards, certain regulations we need to do. But management accounting, we can do it in any form. Whatever the form we want it, there's no particular way of preparing. Any way you can prepare at the discretion of the management. Role, financial accounts, it's statutory accounts. It's required by the law. We need to provide. Here, it is for the management. Governance, when you're preparing financial accounting, there are many rules and regulations. There are rules called International Financial Regulation Standards. Sri Lanka, we have the Institute of Chartered Accountants, Sri Lanka, have done Sri Lankan accounting standards. We have to comply with those standards. Management accountant, free. Any way you can do it, so long as it is useful for the management. So this is what it is all about, management accounting and financial accounting. So in the financial accounting, what is the process? Process is always input, a process, and output. Whatever you input, there will be an output. So that's why sometimes they say garbage in, garbage out. So in financial accounting, we record, we input every transaction, every event. So what are the transactions? When you buy goods, you have to record it. That's a transaction. You bought raw materials for 10,000. You bought a new machine for 1 lakh. You bought a vehicle for 2 million. You have to record those things. When you sell, you have to record. You sold it to Mrs. Jane, 500,000 worth of goods, and she paid only 200,000. So every transaction need to record. We have to pay our telephone bill, Sri Lanka Telecom, we have to pay. We have to pay dialogue bills. We have to pay electricity bill. We have to pay our salaries, water bills. Everything we need to record. Every event we need to record. So what is the process we do? First of all, we need to recognize and measure. Recognize whether it's asset, liability, income, expenditure. Measure it, put it in rupees terms. Then record it. Earlier we were recording all in the cash books and ledgers and all that manual. Today also some people do it, but mostly today we record it in the computers and we classify. We have to classify those things into various accounting headings. Telephone, electricity, water, all that kind of thing we need to do it, right? Classify, summarize, interpret. That's what we have to look at. What is the final output? Financial statements in economic decisions for people to make financial statements. That's what the financial accounting process is. What is management accounting process? What is it bringing us? Management accounting process, historical information, budgeted information. Right? It's history plus budget. What's the process? The process is to do planning, budgeting, controlling. What are the outputs we get? With budget statements, ratios, all kinds of information for decisions. both economic and non-economic. Now you can see the difference. In management accounting, you have financial and non-financial, or economic and non-economic output. Whereas in management accounting, it's on financial accounting, it's only the output is only the financials. So this is Kumar, and the managing director of Cherry Academy, Kumar Fernando. So we are starting this advanced level schemes now. If you are interested, join us. You can contact us on +9477 321 9387 +9477 321 9387. And there's another number. I'll give you that number also. You can contact Mrs. Shafnam if you want, and she will also help us with the information. So just a minute, I'll give you that number also for you. 769, sorry, +94 76750 7734. That you can contact, or you can contact me 9477 321 9387. Also, you can send us email, Cherry Academy lk@gmail.com. So all these things is in this slide here. So first lesson, we will provide it free. It's exactly what I did today, but we will do a live session for you on free. First lesson. After that, you can join us for 250 rupees per hour, 8 lessons for a month, 2,000 rupees. We will take you to grade 12 to grade 13 and for the exam, and we'll guarantee you that pass mark A. So don't worry about your past. Think today about your future. Join us and we will do the needful. So thank you very much, and God bless every one of you. Thank you, and God bless every one of you.